Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another quick look. This time we are looking at Compulsion Games' We Happy Few. I'm Dan Webb. I'm joined by Don Peppier.
Hello, nice to meet you all.
Meet you. You've met them,
through
Don.
Through video.
Yeah, so basically what we got here is like 23 minutes, I want to say,
Nice.
of We Happy Few footage. It's picking up from, this is the kind of the back end, the first 3 minutes of what you saw in Microsoft's press conference at E3.
Yep.
And then it rolls into like hub, and then it rolls out into the open world,
Nice.
procedurally generated open world, which is different every time you play, apparently.
Yeah, of course. And we've not seen much of that yet, have we, either?
Well, there's been a few videos going around from E3, but this is our look at it.
As you've been going through, you've been taking a little bit more time to look around at the stuff that we didn't see in the E3 demo.
I always do, right? But this bit, I knew that everyone had seen this. I wasn't quite sure whether there was anything after this, but lo and behold, there was. So basically, this is it. You run through here, you close the door through yourself, and this is pre-alpha, as it says in the bottom left. Basically, so the world is you. Right, let me get this right. You work in a place called the Archives and Printing and Recycling. The Department of Archives, Printing and Recycling. That is in downtown Wellington Wells.
Is that kind of propaganda-y kind of like
it's
editing
like
the
a
press?
Ministry of Truth kind of thing. That kind of thing. Your name is Arthur Hastings, and you are a redactor. You basically go through the newspapers, and anything miserable, you redact it. Anything happy, you let it go. One day, you saw a news piece about your brother, I do believe, and it starts to flash back, and you decide not to take his joy pill. And his joy pill means that they're seeing a piñata, but what's going to happen is, as it starts to wear off, because you didn't take yours, you're going to see something else. Now, I tried to just play this scene a little bit. I wanted to see what would happen if I didn't attack it, but I was there for like 20, 30 seconds. I was like, you know what, it's going to do nothing. So you hit it, and then your joy pill starts to wear off, and that almost kind of starts the game.
So that's where it throws you in and says, this is the premise we have here, right? This is the kind of, you're a downer.
Well, that's it. He's a downer, get security. So at that point, then you're a downer. There you go. At that point, then you run, and then you come out underground in a little kind of lair that's yours. It's a weird little game. There's a lot going on. There's
yeah, for sure.
There's like hunger mechanics and thirst mechanics.
Oh wow!
And joy mechanics, fatigue mechanics. You have to sleep. There's a day-night cycle. You're not meant to be out at night because it gets dangerous.
So it's a proper survival game hidden away in this kind of Orwellian dystopian future.
Yeah, and like everyone says, it's like, it's very BioShocky. It really is, and it gets a lot weirder from this point onwards.
Okay, that's interesting to know. The survival stuff that's fascinating.
Yeah.
So you can basically call it like a BioShock game with survival elements, right?
Yeah, well, it's only BioShock in terms of like
the kind of aesthetic.
Yeah, and the feel in this kind of really trippy world that they're in. This is it. I was like, where the fuck am I? I just grabbed that. So yeah, you have to. And when you die, it's game over. There's no respawn.
Oh right.
Which we'll find out at the end, because it didn't go too well. I've seen a lot of these videos building up to this that didn't really get involved in much combat, so I decided just to
go mental.
Yeah,
be a real downer.
So yeah, the first objective is to get out of here. To get out of here, you have to craft stuff, or I think you have to craft. Yeah, you have to at least craft like a bobby pin to get into there, which gets you a jimmy to open up the thing. But
so it teaches you quite nicely how then to progress and get through.
But it doesn't really teach you a lot. It just throws you in at the deep end. But
that's nice. I like that.
I get the feeling it's one of those games because of the way the world's built, that you just keep going and playing. But I get the feeling that.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so those are your meters. But I get the feeling that the missions will be the same, just the world won't be.
Yeah, for sure. What I find intriguing about this is, did you ever play Flame in the Flood?
No.
It seems a bit like that kind of survival aesthetic that if you die, it's game over. You start again from working in the office, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder, is there an actual story? Is there an actual proper beginning, middle, and end to the campaign, or is it just survive?
Yeah, well, you have to leave. You have to exit. You have to get out of the world. Hi, cat. Hi, cat. Do you think she was so you have to get out of Wellington Wells. That is your one objective.
Just leave, escape.
Yeah. So this is weird. I found Mrs. Stokes.
She's just hanging.
Yeah, just hanging there. I think she's dead. Good Lord. She's got some letters that I read. Yeah, so it was a weird one, but for the first I say 4 minutes, I'm just searching, trying to find a way, and then after a while, I discover the crafting mechanic. I'm like, oh hello. Obviously, I need to craft something because at the moment I'm looking for a Jimmy bar. I think they're called Jimmy bars,
like a crowbar kind of thing.
Yeah,
right?
But I think they're actually called Jimmys. So I'm just looking in all the corners, just looking for stuff.
Is anything propped up?
And then I'm like, you know what? I'm obviously missing something here. So I went back into the menus. I found out, and then once you get outside, it's like it's kind of weird.
Sure.
Because everybody's on Joy. There you go. I'm like, no, Jimmy bar. I can't make one, but I can make a lockpick.
And that'll get you the ingredients you need in a kind of.
Well, no, I think you actually get a Jimmy bar out of here. I can't remember. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, cool. Even the menus and that look about how it was in BioShock. They seem quite inspired by what Ken Levine's team did.
Yeah.
A lot of the same devs, though, aren't they?
I'm not sure, because Compulsion made Contrast. I'm not sure who came over from.
Oh, of course they did. Yeah.
But yeah, at this point, I didn't realise that I picked up a Jimmy bar because I wasn't paying attention. Until I went back into my inventory and I was like, oh shit, where did I get it from? Because in these kind of environments, when you play games like this,
you just pick everything up, don't
you? Yeah, you do, and you don't really pay much attention. Like when you're at home, you read and you have a look what you've got. But yeah, if you get caught to be a downer, everyone turns on you then because everyone's.
They don't want you harshing their buzz.
Yeah, because the whole thing is that this environment has been created to get rid of unhappy thoughts, and everybody has taken this drug that I just wanted to put her in the bed, but you know what? I completely miss. And then just throw her like that. So,
poor Mrs. Stokes.
But yeah, the whole idea of the world is that they're just trying to get rid of unhappy thoughts, even though the world is shit. And this one drug makes everybody basically hallucinate.
Yeah, right.
I would have loved to have found some joy in the game and taken it, so you can actually take it.
And see what everyone else sees.
Yeah, but if you take too much, you get too far down the rabbit hole and it's game over.
Oh, right. So you never come back and your objective is kind of screwed up.
Oh, no, it's game over. It's like the same as dying. If you take too much drugs, game over. If you die...
Like in real life, over. Kids.
Yeah. So this is the first time you see the outside world. It's like, shit, man.
I love those English skies.
Yeah, right. But then I was like, what the hell? What am I doing now? Because I just thought the demo would end after that.
It really does drop you in it, doesn't it? That's lovely to know.
Yeah, and there's like places where you can get water dotted around.
Did you succumb to any of the kind of the hunger, the fatigue, the
thirst? Quite a few actually. Yeah, in the next kind of 15 minutes, you'll see me get I'll get beaten up, so I'll have to heal myself. I'll get hungry. I'll get thirsty. I'll get tired at one point. I cut out that bit because I just basically ran back, went to that bed, and got up.
Chilled out, right?
Yeah. But we can't hear it now, but when we put it on the interwebs, there'll be sound, and people can hear the kind of trippy things that they say because everybody's high on drugs.
It's kind of like walking around a festival. Everyone's just kind of saying weird stuff.
Yeah, genuinely, and then people are really angry as well, and they're like, "Bugger off, sod off." In hilarious English accents.
Is it like fable English accents?
A little bit, yeah, it is, yeah. I mean, look, this is what the world looks like not on Joy. We don't get to see what it looks like on Joy, but you can imagine it'll be suitably much more picturesque than this.
Right.
Even though there's some nice greenery.
Right now, it's like a bad borough of London, but you take the Joy and you probably get kind of Cotswoldsy feel out of it all, or something like that.
It's like what you see probably in a Fable game, right?
I wonder how different it would be if you picked up the game and got into this zone again, if it would be exactly like this, or if you get a new town layout.
I know you get a new town layout apparently every time.
So it is every time.
Yeah. every new game you get a new world build, so you should watch demos of this, and it's not necessarily all going to be the same.
That's really cool. That's really good to know. So it is a proper procedurally generated like kind of experience then.
Yeah, well, from what I understand, we didn't play it twice, so I couldn't tell you. Probably should have played it twice just to see what happened. But everything changes, but I think the objectives are going to be the same.
Yeah.
And at this point, we were like, well, I don't know what our objective is, so I was just walking around, just speaking to people, seeing what I could interact with.
William Pritchard.
Yeah. and then I noticed something like at the end of the street here. So I'm like, oh, what's that? So inquisitive, I'll wander over. I was still trying to speak to people just to hear what they said. Funny
being so polite, you know.
Maybe you don't understand.
I just wanted to say bridge crossing, so I've got to get across the bridge.
You get the quest there and the objective. It kind of hints towards like you should go over here.
Yeah, but then there's different ways to cross the bridge. So I was looking to the side of it to see whether I could go like underneath it, maybe, or if there's a path or something. There's a couple of ways here you can do this. That's the normal way.
Huh.
But we
you have to be on drugs to do that.
Because so we need a small power cell for this one, which is actually harder to find than you realise.
There's not one that's going to be in the locker, is there? That's not how these games work.
No, but you know what? I thought, let's build a lockpick and see what happens. Build a couple.
I like the crafting system. It seems quite deep as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite standard fare. And there's a little eye in the top hand corner then that was like when you're doing something you're not meant to be doing.
Is that because someone saw you, or just
no,
if someone did see you, it's an indicator?
That's when and then I could get the constable's key card. So there's a couple of ways out of this. The constables that we saw by the big apple tree, which is meant to be this kind of, I don't know what it is, but it's like they're all guarding it for some reason.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's the source of joy.
Maybe it's made out of apples.
An apple of Eden kind of thing.
And then the other way is to get a power cell. And then this is brilliant. This is basically their house. And I just walk in and they're like going, we don't know you. And I'm just going through all their cupboards looking for shit to find. Shit that I can craft with. But I didn't want to do it like in front of them. So I was like, alright, I'm just going upstairs in your house.
It's got quite a rustic feel to it, this house.
Yeah, right. It's a little bit overgrown.
Sort of like you see on Airbnb.
Like anything in the toilet? No. I'm fairly sure I do find some stuff up here. Not a lot there.
Empty power cell, yeah.
Nixamide pill, if I remember rightly, is if you eat too much rotten food, it stops you vomiting.
Oh, okay.
So
it's kind of like an anti-sickness thingy.
Yeah.
With some cloth.
So I don't think I took it because she was there. And she was a little bit weird. I don't know you or something like that. I can't remember what she says. But you can take down people as well.
Oh, really?
And because she wasn't looking at me, I could steal her shit.
She's more obsessed with her fire.
Yeah, so
in the big wooden house.
You know what? I just started taking all of it.
That's what I love about these games. It wakens up your inner kleptomaniac. Just going around. Right. I'll have this. I'll have that. Stick them together.
But yeah, like you can see, it's getting a little bit like darker now.
Yeah, it's nice gloom to it, that kind of twilight.
And I think any minute now, I thought that I picked up a full one. It wasn't until I got here that I realised that it was empty. But then I noticed her the other side. I was like, what?
Oh no, she's too happy. She's on. So do the people on Joy, do they have the masks? Is that the kind of what sets them apart?
I'm not sure.
Because the guys in the house didn't, and then she does, and makes me wonder that, or perhaps she's just trying to, she's in the nice part of town now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's as if everybody's kind of on drugs. Everybody, including the main character. When you talk to people, he doesn't make any sense. He says random stuff about penguins and stuff.
Amazing.
So that was where I went home and I went to sleep, and then I woke up the next day to search for power cell.
You get out of the darkness, right? It doesn't seem to be worth it hanging about.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to see what it's going to be like. I didn't have a weapon, but now I've got a branch as a weapon. But okay, right, now I've got a weapon. I'm going to start to just be a little bit looser because I wanted to see a little bit of combat because there's no guns. It's all melee combat.
Good.
So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go and find someone's house and rob it.
You get real up close and personal with them.
Yeah, just smash her in the face a few times. But the weapons break and stuff, so my branch broke, which wasn't great.
I guess if you get something like a police baton, it will last longer than a branch.
Yeah. You just shoot. I'm hitting people with a fucking twig. I mean, you can sit and read the newspaper and stuff like that, and so this is where I'm like, shit, I'm hungry. So I'm looking through my inventory for stuff to eat. All right, that's for thirst.
Some canned grapefruit juice, nice.
So I need stuff to.
He's living well, considering it's quite a dystopian thing.
Oh, this is all the shit that I rubbed like from the beginning. As you can see on the top left-hand corner, I'm hungry. And when you're hungry, then your stamina goes, and then...
So it all feeds into each other, all the kind of negative impacts, all the negative status.
Well, this is where I kind of go, alright, I'm going upstairs. I'm just going to rob a load of shit. I don't think this ends well for me. It doesn't end terribly.
Oedipus didn't know what he was doing.
It's so trippy.
Anyway. I don't believe.
These guys seem to have a pretty nice place. Let's chill out and a little love pad.
Yeah, I think I got... he saw me steal mouldy bread. Oh no, that was it. It was mouldy bread and cloth. Oh no, sorry, duct tape. And then they're like, oh shit.
That's my duct tape.
And then I'm like,
bash her
so
head
you can
in.
block with the left trigger, hit with the right trigger.
Kind of Skyrim-y combat in first person.
Like, yeah. And then I got fucking the entire family after me. And my branch broke. Oh. So my
Go in and take their duct tape.
My health's top left as well, so the fact that I'm hungry will be ruining my stamina as well.
Oh, of course.
So
I like the UI, it's nice.
Simple, right?
Got powerful fists.
Yeah, right. Oh, I reckon if you wailed on somebody this much, though, they'll eventually go down. You don't kill them, you just knock them unconscious.
Yeah, he's not a monster, right? He's just
I don't know.
not
What's
that
his
happy.
name? Arthur Hastings. Doesn't sound like a monster. But
Arthur Hastings.
But you can rob all their shit when they're down.
I mean, that must be helpful. Do you get more branches now?
No, I don't think so.
I think you killed her. No, she's unconscious. Look like a broken neck.
Yes, yeah.
And what's going on with her arm?
Don't know. Don't know.
Messed her up well and good.
But I got a load of pills from it. So I guess you could see that as a bit of a success. Well, you'd hope so. I thought I'd take one anyway just to see what it did. I thought it might be a joy pill. So I know all this. I'm saying all this stuff like I knew, but at the time I had no idea. And then I was like, oh, that's what he does. So yeah, I'm still looking for a power cell. I quite like the interiors.
Yeah, for sure. Everything feels lived in. It feels, for saying it's procedurally generated, it all feels like it's got personality.
Yeah,
and
right.
it's all intentional.
So I'm just stealing. Oh shit! Sorry, Fiona Ruler.
Look at her eyes, man. She's wired.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that goes against the whole mask thing. I just think that might be the. I think this might be the.
This is like kind of like the shoddy neighbourhood.
Yeah.
But they didn't care because they're all on Joy.
Well, yeah, but like I just think this is the kind, almost like the slums, the uncontrolled part where.
Just let them get on with it.
I'm not even sure they are on Joy here because they don't look very happy. They look
miserable.
a little bit wired. They must be. I think everybody is, because downers kind of get.
Maybe they've just reverted to like good old-fashioned heroin.
So what they say is, if you're a downer, and like people find out you're a downer, everyone turns on you. I'm dying of hunger now. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's quite harsh.
So I mean, it's coming out on Xbox preview program on the 26th of July, so that's like next week.
Yeah, right.
So it should be good. So we'll definitely be streaming a load of this. So don't forget to give us a like on Twitch if you're watching this. And look, now I'm vomiting. Now I can take one of them pills.
Is that
stop
because
vomiting?
You ate rotten food, so you didn't die of hunger?
Yeah.
But then you start throwing up, so you had to take a Nexamide
Exactly.
pill.
And my health's going down, so I should really do something with my health. But I don't think I did. No, I did. I think I took this.
I think in survival games like this, it really is a case of trial and error.
Yeah, until you get your kind of... Because there's suits and stuff that you can wear as well, like different suits.
Do they get into
People
different
react.
areas and stuff?
Well, people react differently to you.
Oh, okay.
So, like, we didn't get to do much of that because this is really early on. This is still the first half an hour, considering it's like 10 minutes to escape.
Yeah, yeah.
2 or 3 minutes to work out how to escape and get out into the open world. But like, I just love the feel of it.
It'll be intriguing to see if you've got through like got to get through different zones.
Yeah.
And so this is the first zone. Like, okay, it's the slums. Next zone, it's slightly happier. You got to be more stealthy. Then it's more combat heavy and things like that. The procedural generation for this can really work. I can see that really going well for it.
Now, that's what Ken Levine was talking about, that he wanted to do games-wise at Irrational, didn't he? He wanted to make a game that was always different every time you played it.
It was different in modular sections, right?
Yeah.
And this is what Compulsion seemed to have taken the idea on a little
Right, so
bit.
at this point I discovered the map, and it told me where to go. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Right, and he's got the power source.
Oh no.
He's been drinking it, but then they turn on me. But I'm a fool. I thought they were just protecting him. I wasn't really paying attention. I got stuck on a rock there. I wasn't paying attention to what I had to do. So I thought that I had to kill him. because he was their leader. So I ran around because I didn't think they'd be very good at climbing. And then I just thought, you know what?
It's take him down.
Yeah. And then I failed that mission
Yeah.
because I was meant to protect him. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Bloody mob.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take these guys out. This probably wasn't the wisest idea I've ever had. In fact, it wasn't wise at all. Like, so it's weird because I'm like, okay, one of these must have shit. But it takes ages for you to search someone. And then when you get into the menu, they're hitting you.
So it's all in real time.
Yeah. But, like, my health is going down drastically. I've still got 2 of these to take out.
Can you, like, counter it all if you're blocking in fist mode or something?
I didn't do a lot of blocking. Like, because they got branches.
Yeah, if they want to hit you, they're going to hit you, right?
Yeah, right. Go on. Go on.
It's creepy eye girl again.
And now I'm hungry just to fucking...
It's going to eat
So
some
I'm
bush.
like, I'm going to run away and they're going to leave me. I'm like, yeah, they've left me alone.
So if you failed that quest, is there any way of restarting, or is that it for this
Well, I haven't
this
found the
version of the
quest.
game?
That was like an optional thing. It was like,
Oh, okay.
keep him alive.
Maybe he'll give you something cool if you do, or
Or
whatever.
you get the power cell. But I was just like, I can just get off his dead body. So,
Shouldn't have to eat.
this moment, I was like, shit. I was trying to equip a bottle, but then she comes up on me while I'm in a menu.
God, I've got no health left now either.
No, like one hit and I'm down, right?
Not from Victor Horsley. He can't finish you off, can he?
And at this point, I'm like, I'm good now. That's an empty power cell. I'm like,
They're all empty. This guy's been drinking them all.
right, he's got to have one on him. I'm like, no.
No. God.
So I can make an enhanced rock now. So I'm looking around for one, and then I'm like, shit, this guy's back.
God, he didn't give up, does he?
No, he doesn't. And then get down.
Oh, good. Lucky. No, not lucky. Well, well
What?
done. Headshots, that.
Yeah, no, skills, mate, skills. Okay, so I've got 2 branches now, so I'm like,
Oh my God, they're all after
I'm
you.
like, who's this fucker? So it downs me, and I'm like, all right, is that game over? What's going to happen? Am I going to respawn?
Do you get knocked unconscious, do you then?
But you do, and then you get back up, but they're like, you are dying. Like day 3, so this is like a day later. So I think it gives you like a chance to actually.
To route yourself once you've been knocked down. If
Yeah.
you've got the right stuff in your inventory, I guess.
But I don't think I did. I still think the guy that pissed. Oh, look, I mean, Jesus Christ.
You have
and,
no
I
chance.
can't really run properly because it's fucking dark. And I'm like, shit, this is game over. And I'm looking for things, and then bang, I'm dead. So that's how death works in
It's a
Be
brutal,
Happy Few.
brutal, unforgiving game.
And you get this at the end. It says you've gone on holiday. So yeah, that was We Happy Few, folks. It's out next week on Game Preview Program on Xbox One. It's coming out on PC and other stuff. It might come to PlayStation. I have no idea. Contrast did.
Yeah, eventually.
Well, it was the other way, wasn't it? Contrast was on PlayStation and then went to Xbox, so you'd assume so.
Timed exclusive kind of dealy.
Yeah, folks, thanks very much for watching, and we'll have more ID Xbox stuff on this channel throughout the next week or so, and we'll see you next time. Thanks very much.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.